Hey guys, how's it going? Sneaky Juffo here, and today I'm going to be going over the Midas SMG within the division. Let's get into it. So the Midas is one of the named weapon variants within the division. It's got a really cool gold skin with a few black parts around the handle and muzzle, which look to be rubber grips. So the only way in the game at the moment that you can get this weapon is from named elites within the Dark Zone. And I was lucky enough to have this drop from a boss in DZ5 on my third or fourth time in the Dark Zone, I think, after hitting max level. And this was my first high-end drop, obviously, so that's why I decided to make this my first gun review. So my current firearms value at the moment is 2,132 as of the time of filming this. So bear that in mind when considering how much DPS and base damage this weapon does for me, because it'll most likely be different for you. So with that being said, the weapon does 7,859 base damage for me and has a base RPM of 550. The base magazine size is 32, which is pretty decent for an SMG. So as you'll come to find out with these reviews, there's really only three things that I consider when rating a weapon, and that's the damage, RPM, and magazine size. That's because I find that things like accuracy and stability to some degree come down to the player's control. As with all SMGs, this weapon has a crit chance bonus, which is 23.5 for this gun, which I also think is a very attractive feature of the weapon and all SMGs for that matter. So the talents on this weapon are responsive, which damage is increased by 13% when closer than 10 meters to the target. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to unlock this talent and I'm not really bothered by that, to be honest. If this gun had the pre-patch talent that reduced the cooldown of your special ability, then I'd definitely try and get that. But for the time being, I'm happy to let this one go. Next is self-preserved. Critical hits with this weapon heal the user for 3% of damage dealt. This one pairs very nicely with the extra crit chance. And finally, as the built-in constant talent that we have is vicious. Critical hit chance is increased by 13% while at full health. Personally, the jury's still out regarding this talent. It sounds okay, but how often are you really at full health when you're fighting off mobs, especially with an SMG? But hey, that's definitely better than some of the other talents out there. Regarding all these talents, there's definitely better talents out there that you could have, but these aren't the worst, to be honest. But they don't make the gun godly or anything, which is pretty much what it used to be before they patched the initial talents. So as far as stats for attachments that you want to be looking for, as always, you want to be looking for increased mag size, and ideally some weapon damage or crit damage on your magazine. This weapon has pretty nice stability as is, so it isn't a huge concern, but I'm sure you probably end up picking up some stability on a grip or something like that, as they're usually pretty much on every type of grip, either horizontal or regular stability. For the muzzle, we again want to be looking for crit chance or crit damage just to help out with that self-preserved talent even more, plus more damage of course. And then for the scope, we'd probably want something with headshot damage and either crit chance or crit damage again as well. So with all that being said, after my experiences with this gun, I'd probably rate it a 7.5 out of 10 as far as the SMG category goes, and then probably a 6 out of 10 as an overall weapon. I just feel that at the current time within the game, there's a number of other SMGs that outclass this one, and then there's obviously a number of other weapons in the other weapon classes that are all around better guns than this. I hope you've all enjoyed this weapon review. If you'd like to see more, be sure to leave a like and even subscribe for more content like this. Make sure to check out the videos down below, and until next time, just keep doing what you're doing, guys. Cheers.